Good night. Good night, St. Martin. And welcome to your favorite internet radio program, www.sxmtalk.com. Of course, I'm your host, Christopher Emmanuel, and my sincere apologies for starting a bit late. You wouldn't believe what's going on here in the studio. This is the first time I have seen so many people grace their presence in the studio for whatever reason I don't know. But I can't call no name, I can't say who they are, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see that the program is taking off and people is listening and starting to get interested in the discussions and the talks that is going on. That's the reason why we started a bit late, and yeah, still working on our phone lines, and you know, we don't know if it's up and running tonight. However, I can guarantee you that we're going to have a very, very interesting program for you guys tonight. Let me send out a big shout out to my girl Apple. How are you doing? I hope you're fine and well. We're going to be talking to her in coming soon in a program about a very interesting thing that they're doing with the students in Holland. And let me say also good night to my girl Ananda. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine and stuff like that. I gotta say good night to each and every one of you who's logged on. Call a friend, tell a friend. Log on to www.sxmtalk.com, because tonight I'm going to really take off some gloves tonight. I might even take off the boots, because some people and some stuff need some ponging up. And the reason why I'm saying that is we need to eradicate certain, how should I say it, bad habits we have in this society. We need to cleanse ourselves from them. We need to purge ourselves from some bad habits. Now, because we started at 9 o'clock, we don't go until 10. What am I talking about? There's a reason why there's no program on Tuesdays. I wish I could do the program every day, because I meet many people, they stop me, and like I said, what is good about it is that both sides of the aisle, you get, Chris, I like how you was doing this. Chris, I don't like how you was doing that. Chris, you should work on this. The thing is, I can't please everyone. And this is the main reason why I decided to start what we are doing here, so I can be free, so I can relax, I can speak my mind, you know, bring across my opinions. And it's no disrespect to anyone, right? But we live in a society that you and every one of us say that is a democratic society. It's about democracy. We are free. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, to say what you want to say, you know? But there's a plague. There's a plague that we have festering, okay, on ourselves. It walks with us like a shadow. And it's a bad habit. We can't kick it. And it's called hypocrisy. That's what it's called. What am I talking about? As I was saying, there's a reason why Tuesday nights I don't be on the air. Why? Because I like to listen to the online program. For those who don't know what the online program is the program that Fernando Clark has sometime with Rolando and Iris on SOS Radio on the French side with Billy D. And sometimes I would be a guest, I would be a host, and he would call me in to run the program for him sometimes, like he did last night. He said, Chris, come in last night, let us have a talk, let us have a discussion. So Tuesday nights, if I'm not on the air on SOS Radio, I am home listening. But last night I was on the program, and it was a very, very interesting program because we received many calls on the program. But today now, as I'm on the job, I had some friends of mine send me a little commentary that came across from a good friend of mine, a respectable gentleman that I view highly. Okay, I listen to him a lot, right? But he is one of them who I always have to say, you need to cut this hypocritical way out of you, because it's plaguing us as a people. Who am I talking about? My very good friend, Dave Levenstone. Who don't know Dave Levenstone? He's a politician out of Sabre. I believe he's a leader of the Democratic Party in Sabre. I believe. I could be wrong. But Dave Levenstone Okay, I believe his dad is Ishmael Levenstone, also from another political party. But they are very, very influential, profound, renowned, large family on the island of Saba, very respectable. And he's my boy. Because when he come across to St. Martin, right, and he showed me up, we're going to go somewhere and have a drink. But tonight, I need to put Dave in his place. And that's why I post up the topic, Dave, stay in Saba, partner. Because the Dutch own Saba right now. So that is why you should mind, and that's why you should watch what's going on in Saba. Let me explain to you guys why am I speaking this way. I'm not irate, okay? But I don't want no one to misconstrue my words, take them, twist them, so they can give themselves a profile and a discussion. I want to read something that Dave Levenstone posted on his Facebook page. And it was sent to me, right? This is what he said. He said, just finished listening to Online. This is a radio talk show of Fernando Clark. And honestly speaking, that program has become a program that is strictly promoting hatred amongst the community of St. Martin, with their outright hatred towards outgoing minister Heiliger. I agree you can dislike a politician, but the remarks that they make regarding Minister Heiliger proves pure hatred, and I don't think that is good for the island and its people. This is the part that really, really made me decide to talk about it tonight. This is what he said, and I quote, when Christopher Emmanuel, he called my name, can make statements about who does the minister Heiliger and Frankie think they is, or they are, they is, because they takes a singular verb. These are some real low shots to act on national radio, and I think the owners of SOS has to start explaining them that this could bring down the station. What amazes me this evening is when Fernando told a caller to shut up. I haven't listened to this program for a very long time, and this is it for me, where that program concerned. And at the end, he put sad. Now, let me say this to Dave. Mind your business, partner. The radio station ain't yours. Okay? The owner of the radio station was there the night. The owner of the radio station, if he dislikes certain things, what we're saying, he would stop it. And who's you, Dave? Since you say, who's me to say it? Who's you? To talk about it going to bring down the radio station is not yours. You got your program in Saba, you better watch that. You stay on your program in Saba, Dave. Okay? And as I always tell you, mind Saba politics and leave St. Martin politics for St. Martin people. Okay? How did I get low? How did I get low? Because I ask and I say who the ministers and them think they are, but who they think they are. But you know why it's so hypocritical about your statements, Dave? Both ministers was in the newspaper, right? And they talk about this and they talk about that, how low they brought the boy Laville and the father in his house, and I came this and I build this, and I bring him back and he get job here. You ain't said not one word about that. You know why? Because he was your cousin. He's a family member. Okay? You was one of them all bragging and your chest high and smiling when he got into government. Okay? So it's not low for them to say what they had to say. That wasn't low. All right? As a minister, it wasn't low. As a matter of fact, like I said on the radio last night, they owe the people of St. Martin an apology. Okay? They owe the people of St. Martin an apology. And they're talking about he hurt. Who hurt? Who hurt? He's the deputy prime minister, for crying out loud, Dave. If you don't like it, let me repeat myself. He's the deputy prime minister. And he must conduct himself with a level of respect and manners. You're not speaking to riffraffs on the street. Okay? You're speaking to people in a country. So as a minister, you need to know how to conduct yourself. He wasn't hurt. He hurt. Yes. When Patrick left the National Alliance, William Allen was hurt. But he didn't get down in the dirt and low and talk about what he do and what he didn't do. He didn't say nothing. When France left, he was also hurt. You see? But here is a man that knows how to conduct himself. Okay? Knows how to conduct himself. All right? And I didn't hear you say nothing. Nothing at all. When the infamous tape was circulating, when he called the governor of St. Martin, all kind of mother this and mother that, and he's a whole this and he's a whole that, I ain't hear Dave say nothing. You was quiet. You was mute. That wasn't low. You ain't had nothing to say. Okay, Dave, all due respect, my partner, my friend, stay in saber now. Stay in saber. But you know, St. Martin, this is why I'm saying it's time for us to wake up. Because we have agents out there. We have agents out there who would want to pull the wool over our face because we're idiots. We're dummies. Let me show you a prime example. Last night I said on the program, okay, yes, he may be hurting. Why? Imagine this, St. Martin. Tia Heiliger, and I stand to be corrected, Tia Heiliger is one of the only politicians on St. Martin who has never been in opposition. He has never been in opposition. And you know, as I always tell you about this, the smart people, we got people in them here so smart that they just outsmart themselves. Okay? They're too smart. Here comes my buddy Dave. Here comes my partner Dave. I hope I can see your picture. Right? He's my friend now. But here what my friend Dave had to say. The politics on St. Martin has become one of personalities. Again, Christopher Emmanuel said this evening that Theo has never been in opposition. But if I am not mistaken, yes, he has been in opposition before, maybe not for long. Maybe God knows things for a reason. Time will tell though. That's what he say. Now here comes the smart people. These people and them have PhDs. They went to universities that universities don't want to go to because these universities beat Erasmus. Okay? They beat Ivy Leagues. Harvard don't want nothing with them because these guys and them just too smart. This is what Rudy Heiliger had to say. Yes, when he was an MP under the former Netherlands Antilles back in the late 1990s, I believe from 1998 to 1999, when he was an MP. So which means he was a member of parliament in the Netherlands Antilles and he was in opposition for a short stint of time. You see how smart they be? Now, this is my response. Wow. Really? How sad. I was talking about the island level. That's my response. So, Mr. Heiliger, Ruddy, and Mr. Dave, I was talking about the island level. Since I want me to correct myself, I was talking about the island level. Okay? You know why I was talking about the island level? Because all politics are local. So go and dig up in the archives and see if he was in opposition anytime. And then post it. Okay? Who are you think are you be? Who are you think are you is? Who are you think are you be? So that you could fool everybody? Or just keep talking what you want? This is facts. Right? But he was in opposition. Where? As a member of parliament. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about here in St. Martin. Was he ever in opposition here in St. Martin? Yes or no? Huh? You know what you got to mind, Dave? Right? You got to mind what's going on in Sable. That's where you got to mind. Mind on, check, right? How the Dutch people and they come in there and they're taking over Sable and doing what they want. You're involving yourself in St. Martin. You can't even vote. You can't vote here, Dave. Huh? Now you're my boy, you know. But don't try to play cute and don't try to play smart. Don't misconstrue my words. Okay? So why is it good for those ministers outgoing to drag themselves down to a level? But they wasn't low. Okay? It wasn't low what they say. But it's low what I say. And we what? What he said? We are preaching pure hatred. Hatred? Hatred, Dave? Hatred? Come on, my brother. Come on, my friend. Come on. Let me tell you something. Minister Heiliger and Minister Frankie Myers, they are my ministers. My own. Not yours. They are public officials. And me, Christopher Emmanuel, have a right to publicly scrutinize my ministers. I don't hate them. I just don't want nothing with them. I ain't gonna leave nobody come from wherever they come from and disrespect my ministers regardless of who they are. Even you from Sable. I ain't gonna leave it happen. Okay, Dave? But you see, Dave have what you call selective memory. All right? And they just figure that everybody dumb. And they just figure that everybody stupid. Dave now is upset. He feel bad for his cousin. Because his cousin is out. So it's pure hatred. Because you see, for Dave and them, it is good to continue this legacy. It is good to continue this dynasty. This name must keep continuing on St. Martin. And that is okay. That's fine. Whatever goes on here in St. Martin politically, Awati must be associated. Must be involved, because if they're not involved, then it's no good. Then it can't work. Okay? But let me show Dave something. And let me read something for the people of St. Martin and everybody else who live in all over the world. When I talked earlier about our hypocritical nature, it's like a twin we have. Okay? Dave think it's right that one set of people, one group of family must continue, okay, running St. Martin, being involved in St. Martin, taking over St. Martin. Listen, the people of St. Martin right now don't want no causeway. But one family, one person decide to have it. What is your opinion on that, Dave? Huh? You're always talking about how they're throwing sand down on the rocks in Sabre, and this about Sabre and that about Sabre. But when it comes to we protecting St. Martin, you're involving yourself. Huh? Go and watch the Sabre Bank, how they're going to thief all the minerals and the riches and the oil that Sabre Bank have. That is where you got to keep your eyes on. But let me show you how hypocritical Dave is. Right? This is a newspaper article in the opinion pages. Tuesday, the 30th of November, 2010. Right? Listen. Listen to the headline of it. Are we heading towards a dynasty? Are we heading towards a dynasty? And guess who's the author? Guess who's the writer? Yes, my good friend, Dave Levenstone. Let me read it for you. Dear editor, please grant me the opportunity to try and help educate the people of Sabre. So when we trying to educate our St. Martin people, he got a problem with it. Mind your business, Dave. Okay? But now you want to educate your people of Sabre, that's fine with me, go ahead. That's your right. You're a Saban. That's your right. You go ahead, Dave. Okay? But I know I got Dave vex, you know. I know I got Dave vex. You know what got Dave vex? William Marlin gone back into office. That's what got Dave vex. He ain't like it. He don't like it. Okay? But let me continue the article. Please grant me the opportunity to try and help educate the people of Sabre on the basis of our new dualistic situation that we will be going into in 2011 at the Island Council elections. It seems as if there is some form of sweetheart deal being planned for the people of Sabre without any actually looking at it. With the introduction of the dualistic situation, it means that there will be a clear-cut separation of powers where it concerns the members of the Island Council and the Executive Council. In studying the new dualistic situation very clearly, I have determined a strategy that, in my opinion, the Whipham party will try to use in a smart way. I don't know if anyone has looked at this situation, but it is possible under the new system. Do you realize that Mr. Will Johnson can postulate himself on the Whipham list of candidates and get elected to the Island Council without his son even having to postulate himself, and his son can still become a member of the Executive Council without even postulating himself? Should this happen, then we can consider that we are heading towards a dynasty on this little 5-square-mile island. I would like to enter into debate with anyone who thinks or feels that this cannot be a strategy on the part of the Whipham party, and I am convinced that many of the persons that may be considering running for office with that party is not aware that this scenario can become a possibility. He goes on to say, many persons are already stating that the senior Johnson will be seeking re-election to the Island Council in March, and honestly speaking, I do not close out the possibility for 1 minute. Listen to what he says here, St. Martin. Politics is all about strategies, being part in place, but let us not fool ourselves that this dynasty situation has now been opened by the change of our status. We're coming down to the juicy part. The recent announcement by Mr. Will Johnson, in my opinion, about independence and agriculture was the stepping stone to feel out the waters. I know a little of Mr. Johnson. I know a little on how Mr. Johnson thinks politically, and I do not close out the possibility. Listen to this. The new situation does not close out for this to happen. However, it will be regrettable for any candidate that decides to postulate their name on the Whipham party, as it would be a sign of them being used without them having the opportunity to become a commissioner. And on top of that, by something like this happening, it opens the door for the dynasty to take effect on the island, on this little island. Then for sure you will have one, and this is what I want to come to. I know it was long and drawn out, but I actually got his piece highlighted. Listen to what he said. Then for sure you would have one family run and operating government. Then for sure you would have one family run and operating government. You see the hypocritical nature? He don't want one family to run government in Sabre. No. He don't want it. He want a dynasty. But here in old sweet St. Martin land, because we are all dummies, monkeys, and whatever we are, it could happen here. The dynasty must come. Dave, mind your business. Huh? You don't want it to happen in Sabre, but it must happen here in St. Martin, Dave. Huh? But we get on low with the ministers. He's my minister, not yours. Okay? Let me continue to read. Are we as Sabans ready to accept a one family government to manage us for another 4-year period? Power is a very hard affair to let go. That's why he feeling hurt, because he ain't got no more power. Okay? But then you're talking, Dave. Power is a very hard affair to let go. And from my analysis, I see this becoming a reality if people are not vigilant. He goes on to say, that is why in March 2012, the voting public of Sabre, 2011, sorry, the voting public of Sabre has to do the right thing and vote. Listen, people of St. Martin. Listen what Dave Levenstone is telling the people in Sabre, but then he tongue does twist when it comes to St. Martin. Listen to what he says. Power is a very hard affair to let go. And from my analysis, I see this becoming a reality if people are not vigilant. That is why in March 2012, the voting public of Sabre has to do what is right and vote to stop this dynasty, as this will establish a one-family regime government. Fellow Sabans, my advice is that together we have to stop this trend, as it will not be in the interest of the average person. Mind you, I am in full agreement with the new dualistic situation, but it also has its flaws in it. In conclusion, honestly speaking, I expect to see the senior Johnson postulating himself and his son staying away. I might be wrong, but that is my crystal ball. That is what my crystal ball is telling me. Not that anyone is scared, but this dynasty can become a dangerous situation for the island and its people. Knowing the Johnson Sr. good enough, I realize that he is aware that Johnson Jr. has failed tremendously with his arrogance, okay, and self-opinionated approach, and it would be very hard for him to face the voting public in election. He would prefer to take his mantle himself and secure him as commissioner job if the party can be successful as a poll. Time will tell. Dave Levenstone, leader of the Democratic Party of Sabre. Okay? Now, I mean, if this is not a basket full of hypocritical rhetoric, a basket full of hypocritical rhetoric, okay, downright filibustering, all right, then I don't know what is. But you see, those things shouldn't happen for Sabre, because Sabre is Dave's home. So he don't want a one-family regime, a dynasty to run and control Sabre. But here in St. Martin, it must continue. Okay? The dynasty must continue to live on. Because he's your family, mind your business. Stay out of St. Martin politics, Dave. We have a radio program. If the owner of the radio station don't like it, leave, he say it. He don't need to explain nothing to no one. Huh? We just tell you what to say on your radio program. But all what the ministers and them had to say, you ain't got not one comment. When the same minister, former minister to Heidegger, was ranting and raving on the infamous tape, talking about how the governor is a mother this and a mother that. Okay, and he's a that hole. Complete disrespect. Can't get any lower than that. Nobody here, Dave Levenstone, post nothing on Facebook saying that they're going to divide the country. That is pure hatred. So what is hatred, Dave? But anyway, Dave, you're my partner. I like you. We're going to still talk. But Dave, please, just like how we does leave St. Martin politics, just like how we does leave Sabre politics for the people of Sabre, leave St. Martin politics for we here in St. Martin. Okay? And at the end of the day, who the hell the ministers and them think they are? Because it's a minister, they feel they can say what they want to the public and the people of St. Martin? That's what they feel? But let me tell you this, Dave. St. Martin people have an advocate. St. Martin people have a friend. St. Martin people got a supporter. St. Martin people got a fighter for them. St. Martin people got a champion for them. And that's me. I ain't siding with no government. I siding with the people of St. Martin. And if you don't like it, put it in your pipe, smoke it in the bottom of Sabre. Thank you very much, my friend. I want to move on. Let me see if he was listening, and see if he posts anything for me there in Facebook. Okay? Let me see. No. He ain't post nothing in Facebook there for me. But I guess I can get it. Alright? I guess I can get it soon. Alright? But don't worry, like I said, Dave, you're my partner, man. When you come over to Martin, we can still have that drink and we could talk about all these stuff. Invite me over Sabre one of these times, Dave. Let me come on your program so we could talk. I've never been to Sabre. I want to come over Sabre. Invite me on your show and we could talk a few things. And and remind me not to say who the hell the thing to be. Remind me. Because I'm in Sabre. Okay? I want to move on. I want to move on to our next topic. Right? Because remember I was telling you guys about my issue with TELEM. You see, TELEM figure that are going to get away. That they're going to get away. No one has called me back. All the messages I left, no one has called me back. I hope you guys can see the sign that I have up. I have it up. I hope I could see it good. Because we cannot leave companies and institutions here in St. Martin do what they want to do with us. And I'm saying this to each and everyone, okay, who's paying a bill in TELEM. Watch your bill, read your bill. Because what TELEM is doing is ripping us off. I hope I can see it. Now, my internet connection is 2 MB. I think that's megabytes. Okay? If you can see the poster I have up, that picture was taken inside of TELEM lobby. I went inside and I took the picture because, listen, you simply can't allow people to take you for a ride, whether it's your wife, your husband, a company, government, whoever it is. You cannot allow people to take you for a ride because they have a monopoly and they feel they can do what they want. Okay? Look at the poster what I have up. 2 MB, $49.95 per month. That is what TELEM is advertising. That is what TELEM telling you have to pay. There is no small print. You know they say always read the small fine letters. They don't have it on the poster. You know sometimes when you go and buy a plane ticket, they just tell you $55.95 to go and come. But when you read a small print, they just say government tax, airport tax, departure tax, not included. So what that tells you, right, that yes, the base of the ticket is $55.95, but the airport tax, the departure tax, the government tax is not included. So you know you have another $55 or $50 to add to it. You see, now that wouldn't do you nothing because it is there. You read it so you know what you're getting yourself into. All right? But TELEM don't have that. Even when you go to sign up, they're telling you to pay the first month in advance, $49.95. Okay? But when you go now and they send you a bill, you're seeing $52.94, $52.54 or something like that, and then they're telling you separately additional cost, administration cost. I am saying that is illegal. It is wrong what TELEM is doing. Okay? I'm sorry I don't have the communique out of the Minister of Finance when he was saying that anyone that adds the turnover tax separately on the bill will be fined, I think, to the excess of 5,000 guilders or something like that. I'm sorry I don't have the bill. I'm sorry I don't have the message to show it to you guys. Okay? I think it's somewhere around the place. All right? But what they are doing is wrong. Oh yes. I tell you, I got it right here. I got it right here. Look. I hope I can see this good in the camera. Tax Department St. Martin announcement. Look at it. All right? Let me read this. Let me read this. The Tax Department, by means of this communique, wishes to provide clarity on the following issues. Since the implementation of the turnover tax, it has been a point of discussion whether the turnover tax should be stated separately on the bill, invoice, or receipt. The turnover tax is an indirect tax with a character of a consumption tax. Therefore, the turnover tax is supposed to be included. Tell them, listen to me good, listen to me. Listen to what the tax department is saying. Since I want to add on the turnover tax, since I think that we are dummies and we can't calculate, because $49.95 to $52.54 or $52.95 is exactly the 5% that I are adding on. Exactly. Listen to what they said. The turnover tax is supposed to be included in the price. For this reason, the turnover tax should not be stated separately on the bill. So it doesn't matter how you dress it up. Administration cost, extra costs. Then you have to tell me what those extra and administrative costs are. Okay? Then you're supposed to tell it to me. Based on the intent of the law, the former inspector of taxes informed various businesses that turnover tax should not be stated separately on the bill, invoice, or receipt. Listen to this. By way of ministerial regulation, the placement of turnover tax separately on the bill, invoice, or receipt will be considered a punishable offense and will be punished with a fine of a maximum of 5,000 guilders per bill, invoice, or receipt. I got one. So that means TELEM and every other St. Martin person that get a bill from TELEM and they have a separate price with a separate receipt that says $49.95 and your bill come up to 52 and change, and then they have administration cost and additional cost, that's illegal. That's illegal. So every St. Martiner take that receipt to the Inspector of Taxes. Economic Affairs Department, the SG for that is Miguel de Weaver. That's a green building across from Nagico. Upstairs. Go and carry your bill. And that goes for any company on St. Martin that is doing the same thing. Cable TV. Anywhere that you see them doing it, those are the receipts you're supposed to hold and carry it there. Pending the publication and implementation of the ministerial regulation, the tax department wishes to caution the businesses to start making the necessary adjustment to their administration. Management. Look at right here. Okay? Look at here. Now, you call TELEM. You can't get nobody to keep you on the line. No manager could talk to you, and when you do get a manager, he's going to call you back. 2-3 days pass, you never get a call back. They have no answer for you. They can't tell you nothing. Okay? You ask to speak to Helma. She never around. She never there. Okay? Come to find out, The good manager always flying. Now, I want to know, right? If when I go to places like Monaco, Las Vegas, Romania, I got to laugh. Okay? Romania, Brazil, Panama, Dominican. I want to know if I roam in. Because I don't understand all those exotic trips that these managers in TELEM doing. It doesn't matter when you go to TELEM to ask to speak to a manager. One of them, you can't find them. You can't hear them. You can't, they're never there. You're going to TELEM right now and you ask them why I can't get a bill. You know what I can tell you? Some new system. TELEM spent $3 million on a billing system. $3 million. Okay? And you can't get a bill. $3 million to be 2 years behind in schedule. And it's going up now. Okay? The last 4 months, they can't collect up to excess of $8 million. They can't collect it because you don't got a bill. They can't send out no bill. TELEM is in chaos. Listen. Let me say this, right? My boy Kendall Dupersoy sending his application and stuff to be the managing director of GEBE. And I want him to become the managing director of GEBE. You know why? It's time we stop recycling these same people over and over and over. But you know what they're saying? He ain't qualified. He ain't qualified. Helma qualified? Mingo qualified? What make they qualify to be managing directors of Harbor, of TELEM, to be on every board, to be every day? Why is it that these people are the only ones always there? What degrees and qualification Helma have to be whatever CFA or CFO or CXF or what it is to be in TELEM? Explain that to me. Mingo, you the same thing. And listen, I get some melee that you went into, I can call no name, but one of those houses there and you spend up to the excess of 15. Anyway, let me don't say nothing. Let me don't say nothing. Because you see, this is the reason why I could be charging people what they're charging, so I could be splurging on all yourselves. Squandering the money on all yourselves. When people out there got to spend their hard-earned money to pay a bill. Listen, I got a lot of information to talk about TELEM, a lot. But I'm going to continue calling. Because I must get on to one of those managers. They must explain to me what is going on with this billing system in TELEM. Listen, I'm going to see the new minister, Romeo Pantoflet, and I'm telling him to launch a serious inquiry, a serious investigation into what is going on in TELEM. I think this government is leaving TELEM run a fraud too long. It's a fraud. It's a fast. TELEM is doing what they want, the managers that is. Okay? But then you got the employees and them, they're spinning around with a chicken without head, don't know what's going on. None of them can advance, none of them can grow. But are you flying all over the place? What are you doing in Monaco? Huh? What are you doing in Croatia? Some other people don't go Croatia. What we need Rome in there for? What are you going there to do? Huh? What are you going there to do? But in the meantime, we can't get a bill, and are you spending millions on it? Huh? Every time I call TELEM, they put you on hold. On hold, on hold, on hold. TELEM has the worst customer service. Okay? But I have some very good friends there. So I don't want to come down too hard on the company. But I'm going to be sticking my finger and my nose in TELEM's business until TELEM straighten up. Until these managers become accountable to the nonsense and the chaos what's going on inside of TELEM. And Kendall, you and TELEM board, and we got to talk. Because I'm going to keep fighting to make sure that you get that managing director's position at GB. But something going on in TELEM that is not fair and it's not right. You know, the thing about this is that the kind of treatment we does get is what is, man, we spending our money, man. We spending our money for a service, for a good service. Helma, you're getting everything from TELEM for free. Mingo, you're enjoying everything from TELEM for free. And you can't come to the people of St. Martin and explain what is going on. What is going on with the billing system at TELEM? Whenever you get some kind of mediocre flow manager, is always this is where they can't give you a straight line and a straight story because they themselves don't know. But when you buzz the pot and tell them, but you just spent $3 million on a billing system, their eyes open big. Like, how you know that? Yes, St. Martin, TELEM spent $3 million on a new billing system. Okay, I get in the cutthroat to take a break. Yeah, I need to take a break too to wipe my face and calm down a bit and take a little wet throat. I see I got 2 messages on Facebook. Maybe one of them is from Dave. We're going to take a short break, St. Martin, and I'll be back. Hey,
I'm with you, my love. Planets, hey, I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yodi. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love, they make my heart to do yodi. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. Same thing, way they make me feel like say you go be my wife. Now the same thing whipping they make my friend talk say I dey waste my time. Now because I dey respect you, girl, spend it for you every night and day. I dey pray for you because of you. I dey fly like butterfly, my love. Now this thing make people they say I don't lose my sense, my pain, but nobody can stop me from loving you. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yodi. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. With you, everything is well. Your love they make my heart to do yodi. Nobody can love you the way I do. I'm with you, my love. You see the way all the things they flow. So I'm surprised to see how they love you so. Girl, I just suspect say them no. Say that you be the person where they make me flow. Ooh, I tell them say you are the blessing, and that's why you are so interesting. Nobody is understanding the way you are. Oh my beautiful girl.
Yes, and welcome back. I didn't want to miss an ounce of time, so that's why I took a short break, you know. And someone sent me a message a while ago and said, Christopher, cool down. Remember your pressure, remember this. Yes, you're absolutely correct. So I'm going to simmer it down a little bit. But you see what happened? Maybe TELEM, maybe Dave, maybe the ministers and all them going out there don't believe in St. Martin people because they view St. Martin people as a bunch of unintelligent aliens, people who just has no sort of knowledge, who can't decipher and think for themselves. But that is absolutely not true. I have the utmost belief in St. Martin people because whenever I shake my head and say no, I always get vindicated. All right? a point in time going to come where a lot of these companies going to wonder, but wait a minute, I didn't know these kind of people were existing in St. Martin. Huh? Why it is we can't do things correct? Why it is we can't do things right? Are you trying to bleed every dollar out of the people of... Listen, let me show you something about TELEM. Right? Are you realize what TELEM does do? You realize every party was Soggy Dollar, Tantra, wherever you seen a girl with half of she bottom out, some mini skirt, some little piece of bathing suit covering her titties and shaking and wiggling and walking up, TELEM sponsoring. Wherever it got young people and young children and young girls and things walking up and carrying on and wearing a string here and there and are almost in their bodysuit, there's where you're going to find TELEM managers, especially the male ones. There's where you're going to find them. Every time you got something in Tantra and Soggy Dollar, those are the things what TELEM does sponsor. Okay? And I'm saying to myself, but I mean, have you ever... Wait, St. Martin people. No. Okay. I want to calm down, you know. I wasn't upset. I wasn't angry. I wasn't irate. But I'm pissed off now. You know why? I am tired, man. I'm tired of everybody feel they could just take advantage of St. Martin people, man. Eh? Every walking up party what going on, TELEM sponsoring. I never ever saw TELEM sponsor something educational. Huh? I have never seen it. And you have a government-owned company? Listen. Like I said, for some reason I can't get a hold of none of the managers at TELEM. And Christopher is a nobody. Who's you? You're just a facsimile worker for the National Alliance faction. You don't count. You're no minister. You're no member of parliament. But I have something what they don't have. SXMTalk. Every night, except Tuesdays and Saturdays. No member of parliament. No minister. Not even, I just call him Captain William Marlin, have this. That I could come here and talk to the people of St. Martin with the wrong things that they're doing. Okay? With the wrong things that they're doing. All right? I have so much things to talk about TELEM. Management taking loans. Okay? Spending the money on delayed billing system, consultants for network issues, a lot of traveling. I mean, you know, I don't even want to continue no more because St. Martin people, listen to me. I ain't finished with TELEM yet. I want to give Helma and Mingo the benefit of the doubt so that I don't want to get into this, you know. I don't want to get into this foreigner and this. Because you know the thing about it is this, right? I have a lot of friends, a lot of friends who parents are either from Antigua, Guyana, Trinidad. I mean, my ancestor, my great grandfather, Richard Gibson, father, okay, was born in Trinidad, went to Aruba. There's where my grandmother, my grandfather, my father, they all were born in Aruba. My mom was from St. Martin. So my grandfather from Anguilla, family in St. Thomas, St. Croix, the Dominican. So I'm intertwined. I'm intertwined. I'm mixed up. But you see, when you got foreigners here heading a company and sending home St. Martin people, I just take serious count to that. Tell them be careful. And I keep saying this to tell them workers, and are you going to become a pelican issue, you know? Or you will become a pelican issue because something is brewing in TELEM. And if I don't speak up, listen, what's the union? Avers? If anyone out there, listen, my number, 523-7348. That's my number. Anybody out there know the number for the union leader of TELEM? I think his name is Ludwig Avers or Averies. Ludwig. Tell him contact me, please. Let me bring him on here so we could discuss some of these issues, because I don't want nobody saying Christopher slandering. And let me ask him some of these questions, and whether he can tell me whether they are fact or fiction. Okay? Because this information what I have here come from good source. Okay? Minister Romeo Pantoflet, you need to take a serious look at what is going on in TELEM. A serious look at what is going on in TELEM. I have another thing that I want to talk about briefly. You know, I want to know if you guys notice it on St. Martin. And I don't mean it in any disrespect, because I'm not one to apologize. I try to dress it up not to offend anyone, right? But you know that I say that we boast 100 and something nationalities here in St. Martin, right? And St. Martin is my home, is my country. I have nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. All right? Maybe I could go on the Rambo where I grew up, down street, but St. Martin is my home. And I'm going to protect my country regardless of who you are. My sister was born in St. Thomas. When I went to St. Thomas for her graduation, I had to stand up in line when she had to pass through smiling free. And she turned to me and she said, and she just called me Bobby. She turned to me and she said, but Bobby, what you want me to do? I's American. That's what she told me. I can't do nothing. You got to stand in line. That's our laws and our rules. That's what my sister told me. And you know what? She was absolutely correct and absolutely right. And I'm saying this to a particular group in St. Martin, because St. Martin people, we are the best sort of guest, not guest, the best host in the world. We welcome everyone to our shows. We help them out. We give them everything. They can work, they can live, they can send home remittance to their family. We help out. St. Martin has been generous to the Caribbean diaspora. We has been generous. This island called St. Martin. But you see, when you see certain things going on in St. Martin, it does make you wonder, and it does make you shake your head, and you just say, Lord, man, I mean, come on, man. Seriously? Because it goes to show the level of respect that people have for us here in St. Martin. What am I talking about? You don't see the Haitians doing it. You don't see the Jamaicans doing it. You don't see the Guyanese doing it. You don't see no other nationality in St. Martin doing it except the Dominicans. And I'm saying to myself, why is it you feel it is right that you can be parading on the streets of St. Martin, campaigning for Dominican elections here in St. Martin, up and down the street with traffic, motorcade, paraphernalia, flags, and I mean, come on, you're in somebody else's country. Come on, man. I understand how you're excited. I understand how you're happy. But went or asked for one of the community centers, and are your little thing, why you have to go on the street? Why you have to shove it down the throats of St. Martin people? Oh, look what we could do. Come on, I mean, I can't go to the Dominican Republic and campaign for William Marlin up and down the streets with my National Alliance white flag and thing. I'm going to be dead. Come on, man. Dave Levenstone also commented. I was waiting for that comment. So you know what I mean? Somebody call him and tell him to tune in. Okay? Dave Levenstone comment. Christopher, the tone of your voice made it sound very low. I have no problem with you being against Theo, but the attitude that you brought it over sounds very low. I am also a talk show host, and yes, I have been hard-hitting on many occasions against several politicians on Sabre. But to ask, who do they think they are, is taking radio to another level. I can care less what is said, as it is St. Martin business, but it is being transmitted via radio and the internet for others to listen. Fernando I consider my good friend, but my advice to him would be and try to keep emotions out of the program, as the program do have a wide listening audience, not only on St. Martin, but around the world. What I find very hypocritical is the whole manner in which everything now, with the fall of the government, is that all blame is being thrown only on Theo. The UP was not in government alone. They teamed up with DP, and it comes over as if UP alone was not good for St. Martin. But UP saved the day for DP by bringing them back into the spotlight in 2010, and DP was history. Dave, I don't care. Again, you're mingling in St. Martin business. You see, this is the problem I have with you, Dave. You have a problem minding your business. You know what? Let me type in the space here. Dave, please, mind your business. I want you to comment on the letters. Listen, maybe only now you see it, because what I posted was over 6 hours ago. So maybe only now you see it. I don't know if you're listening. I don't know if someone told you to listen. But please, if someone listening to this in Sabre, call Dave, email him, write him, fax him. Tell him, tune in when it's finished and listen to it, and then let we have a debate. Since you want to have a debate with the dynasty, what's going on in Sabre, the letter you write, let we have a debate on it. You find that very low. Dave is a hypocrite. You know why he's a hypocrite? Because all what Theo and them had to say in the letters and the article, you don't find nothing low about that. Huh? Man, Dave, come on. We have 3 minutes in the program. 3 minutes we have left in the program. You know what I'm going to do? I know Dave so well. I'm going to post something and he's going to post something back. I'm going to call that the Dave Chronicles, the Dave Saga. And I'm going to keep you guys, St. Martin, up to date on what's going on with this. St. Martin people, let me tell you this. My aunt does always tell me we should not take out our belly guts and put in trash. St. Martin people, St. Martin is the crowning jewel of the Caribbean because we have welcomed everybody here. Don't leave nobody come to St. Martin and tell you what they want to tell you, do you what they want to do to you, and shove things down. Listen, right? Are you ever went Curacao? How many of you guys really went Curacao? Not just went on the airport, catch a flight, and then go to another. No. Went and mingle within Curaçaoians. Mingle. Banded bow. Can't believe this. Really mingle with the people. Let me tell you something. When you're in Curacao, they let you to know that you're in Curacao, my friend. Okay? They let you, even Aruba. What did I say? Arubiano Tabo. They let you to know what is going on in Aruba. They let you to know that this is Carousel. But let me let you know something. Dave, TELEM, Helma, all of you, this is St. Martin. So know your place in my country. St. Martin people, take care of yourself. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys enjoy the long weekend and the few days we have off. Take care of yourself. God bless you guys. Goodbye.
Oh, fire. Fire, fire.